launched at a price of 99,000. Ladies and gentlemen, this quirky thingamajig is called the TVS Orbiter. It's TVS's third electric model, where the TVS iQube is aimed at the practical family buyer, the TVS X is aimed at the thrill seeker. This is for someone in between. It's for new age buyers, or what TVS calls the new age urbanite. They want a good looking but comfortable, practical electric scooter. So, does it fulfill their needs? Where does it stack up? Well, in this video, we're going to know everything that there is to know. Well, let's start with the styling, and there's no two ways about it. It is definitely a fun, quirky looking, and I definitely like it. It's going to turn heads, it's going to make an impression, and it's definitely competes with the likes of the Ather or the Hero Vida. Now you have 6 color options in total, 3 dual tone and 3 tritone. This one, the Sunburst Neon, is definitely my personal favorite. You guys can see it gets light grey matte finish on top, metallic neon yellow at the bottom, and you get this purple accent right across the middle. Now, of course, this is also complemented by a host of features, which includes the LED lights at the front and at the back. You get this continuous daytime running strip with integrated indicators, and overall, this has not just been done for styling. The panels are also aerodynamically efficient down to the visor. And you get some nice details as well, which includes the flush pillion foot pegs. You also get these nice accents on the windscreen, on the front mudguard, on the side panels, and at the back as well. So overall, in terms of the color options, how it's styled, and the little details that you have, this is something that's definitely going to catch attention. Now, as we move on to the review, you'll find out that this may be its highlight, because in terms of mechanicals, this doesn't have any standout aspects. I'll definitely get to that, but for now, what you guys should know is that I'm starting with the styling, but this is definitely my favorite aspect of the motorcycle. Now, with that, you'll notice that it gets 14-inch alloy wheels with 90 section Euro grip tires. These are low resistance tires, and even the alloy wheels have been designed for better stability and for better balance. However, you get 12-inch alloy wheels at the back with, again, low resistance 90 section tires. But what really helps is the ergonomics. Now, I am 5'6", and as you guys can see, I can easily flat foot both my feet. The seat height measures 763 millimeters, while the footboard, well, that measures 290 millimeters. I have a shoe size of 10.5. It's quite large, but I still have space to save. Even in the middle, you have this luggage hook in the middle. You can use that to keep luggage between your feet as well. There's no issues with that whatsoever. Then you get a ground clearance of 165 millimeters. While getting onto the track, there was a bit of a bump, which I didn't expect it to be rubbing its belly against, but it did end up rubbing it, and that was a bit of a surprise. I think, yes, TVS has built this for the urban environment, and it suits the urban environment. I think if you take it through some rough patches of road, it will have a bit of a struggle. Then, even in terms of practicality, if you can come in, well, you get this USB charging port right here, but you also get storage space for your phone right there for easy access as well. Then you get a large under-seat storage. Now, TVS claims you can fit 2 half-face helmets. However, when I did try to fit a full-face helmet, that was something it couldn't accommodate, no matter what angle I oriented my helmet in. This is something which I feel may be a bit of a bother for some, because if you want full suit of safety, but you also want the peace of mind if you're going to a mall for your shopping and you want to lock your helmet in your storage box, you can't do that. However, that's definitely going to be an issue for those who want to use the scooter in the urban environment, and I wish TVS would have worked a little bit on at least trying to accommodate those owners who have a full face helmet. But other than that, comfort in other directions is pretty nice. You get an upright stance. I think the handlebar falls very easily to your hand. It's not an awkward riding position. I think the seat is a good balance between good cushioning and also firm enough that your backside won't end up getting hurt in longer hours of usage. And combine that with the plenty of storage for the footboard area, and what you have in your hand is a scooter that can be used for multiple hours in a day without any discomfort. However, it's not perfect. While I didn't have any issues with the quality of components, the fit and finish could have been slightly better. There are some sharp and rough edges across the scooter, and that can catch you out. Next is this ORVM. You get this tacky black piano finish on top, and the way it's shaped, even though it's large and it does give you a really good view of what's coming behind you, it kind of looks like an afterthought, and it doesn't go well with the overall funky new age design. Now let's get to the second most redeeming aspect about this scooter after the styling, which are its features. Now I already told you about the LED lighting and the aerodynamic panels, but you move further back and you'll find a 5-inch color TFT screen. Now it has all the information, and the information is quite easy to find as well. I think it gives you the right mix of information and features as well. With that, you have two ride modes, which are City and Eco, and you have a conveniently located button for that right here. You also get reverse assist, then you get cruise control. Now that gets activated above 20 kilometers per hour up till 60 kilometers per hour. Now that is something I did find a little quirky, because when you would need the cruise control is when you're out on the highways. 60 kilometers per hour is just too slow. You'll be falling behind on traffic, and it can get a bit difficult. If they'd probably capped it off at the top speed which it goes to, which is 68 kilometers per hour in city mode, I think that would have been a better option. But it is nice and convenient to have this feature nonetheless. You also have hill hold assist. Now that is something which will come in really handy for new time buyers, especially if you're on a steep gradient. You come to a stop on a steep piece of road and you hold the left or the right brake for 1.5 seconds and it activates the front brake. When you want to set off, just twist the throttle and it'll continue moving. That is something, again, will come in handy for those who have difficulty in stopping scooters or motorcycles on steep piece of road and just not confident enough yet to be riding in those conditions. So overall, styling is something I like, features is something I like, ergonomics are nice and comfortable. I think where this scooter will come in handy is in urban environments. It has been designed for those who mainly do their commuting inside the city, who have about 100 kilometers of commutes within city limits. For them, it's comfortable. I think there's enough storage spaces, you have enough features, but the main issue comes about is that there is no standout aspect in terms of mechanicals. Now, of course, with that, we do come to how it is to ride. Now you get a 3.1 kilowatt hour battery pack that makes about 3.5 bhp. In terms of acceleration, it does about 0 to 40 in 6.8 seconds, and that is exactly how it feels. It's not that fast. The acceleration is smooth, it's pretty linear, but it won't blow you out of the water. It's nothing stunning. It just goes and gets the job done. The throttle transitions are also pretty smooth. Even in city mode, you come off the throttle completely and get on the gas completely, and there's no hesitation, there's no jerkiness. It just goes about getting the business done. With that, even holding certain speeds for long amounts of time is no issue at all. It doesn't feel stress. In fact, it doesn't feel stress at all. There are no vibrations to speak of. There are no judders, no nothing. It's comfortable, it's calm, it's composed, and the acceleration won't catch you off guard. But I think it's peppy enough to get through tightly packed city roads or city traffic with no hesitation whatsoever. However, where the biggest issue comes about is the braking. Now, this scooter does cost 99,000 rupees. With that, there are no disc brakes on offer. TVS claims that there will be future variants and there could be disc brakes which are included for that, but for now what it gets is a synchronized braking system. But regardless, during our testing at TVS's Hosur test track, I did come to a halt trying to grab both brakes as hard as I could, and it did lock up the rear. Even trying to stop the scooter with medium intensity, it did tend to lock up the brakes and it skids out from beneath you. That is something you'll have to be careful of, especially given who the scooter is aimed at. Handling again is something that you will not have issues with. It's light, it's flickable with the 14 and 12-inch tire combination. TVS claims it has been done for balance and stability, and I think I agree with that. It felt extremely stable at the speeds we were doing. Even through corners at its top speed, it held its line well. It didn't get out of shape at all. I didn't have to make many corrections or maneuvers in order to get the line right. It just went and got it done. Even tracking in a straight line is no issues whatsoever. If only cruise control worked at higher speeds, that would have been the ultimate combination for someone who wanted to do longer distances for longer periods of time. But as it stands right now, yes, you can do it, just at a slower pace. Now, TVS has chosen to go for a hub motor over a mid-mounted motor, and they've also done that so that there's no power loss. And I think that's the good thing, because this doesn't have a lot of power. They've been smart about how they've gone about designing and engineering this scooter. What their purpose was, it has probably solved. It's just an everyday comfortable scooter which you have no second thoughts with. Someone will have no qualms in its overall behavior. Just there are a bit of niggles which doesn't make it the perfect urban electric scooter. On those lines, it measures 112 kgs, and I think that's light enough not only to give you the pep as I've spoken, but even handling it in parking or tight city spots, and that can be quite easily done by anyone, no matter how strong you are. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do we think about the new TVS Orbiter? Well, there are a lot of things I like, but there are a few niggles here and there. When it comes to things I like, well, first and foremost, it's the design. It's well built, it looks good, it'll catch the attention of a lot of people. Over that, the panels are aerodynamically efficient, which does help with the range on offer, which is at 158 kilometers claimed. And even if you take the worst case scenario, I think 110 to 120 is definitely something you can expect. Next comes features. I think it's pretty well loaded. It doesn't have any standout features over its segment, but it's pretty well loaded in the segment it is in. It's also practical. It has a decent enough storage space at the front to keep your phone while charging. It has a large under-seat storage. It has a very long footboard which you can keep your feet and also luggage. You have a large and sturdy luggage hook. So practicality is also done. Only in terms of mechanicals, that is something which you'll have to get used to. It is for the new time buyers, and I think they won't have an issue. But if you are an experienced rider, this definitely will not be the most fun or exciting product. It'll just go about getting the job done. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think about the new TVS Orbiter? Tell me in the comment section down below.